right.
88.5 FM. I'm sorry, Stevie Wonder, but we got somebody that's a wonder in Shelby County, and that is my brother, the assessor. Mr. Melvin Burgess is in the studio with Brother John, and my brother is here, and he has 3 queens with him, ladies and gentlemen. They coming in here looking like security or something in here, but welcome to back to 88.5, Mr. Burgess. How you been? How you doing?
Thanks for having us, John, man. We're feeling good, and we're ready to get this real appraisal out and let people know, what's coming and get you prepared so we can be here to help you, because in our office, we value people over property.
All right, so you said that word, appraisals is coming. So does the stuff that happens around the country or in D.C., does it trickle down to us where we got to sometimes step up and pay a little more for the benefit of the whole, or we just in a funny time right now?
Well, John, when you say funny time, I can say this, is that our home values are still high here in Shelby County.
So that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Okay.
And what we want you to know is it's just unfortunate, Tennessee is a state where property taxes is what has to be generated to run its counties.
Okay.
So we got some states who don't pay property taxes. So in the state of Tennessee, by state law, anything where you see a building or where you see, no matter what, residential, commercial, you must pay property taxes. And what our office do is we go out, we find and we locate it, and we determine what the assessment is on all properties here in Shelby County.
Okay, so now with, it's election season and all this good stuff taking place, does that have any bearing on the work that you do? Because some people say D.C. or Washington, all politics is local. That's what I was told. But do you have to, any bylaws that you have to deal with that's coming from the state or federal level that changes throughout the years, or every year it could be different, new, or it's pretty much in your area it's the same every year?
Well, for the most part, on the reappraisal, of course, we are up under the, on the guise of like the state comptroller's office up in Nashville, as well as the DPA, which is the Division of Property Assessors. So they come out and to ensure that everything is in line. But of course, in Shelby County, we lead the way, because we
lead the way down here.
We lead the way here because we're the bigger state. And I probably didn't mention it last time, but I was awarded the Assessor of the Year for the entire state of Tennessee out of 96 assessors, which has never been done before.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Gotta clap that up.
Yeah.
What?
And that's because,
we ain't had no party or nothing, man. What's up, man? Wait a minute.
No, it's because of my staff. The staff are leaders.
Okay.
And we try to do all we can for the residential. So other smaller counties look for us when we step out there to find better ways to take some of the pressure off the residential. So we lead the way in that area. So for the most part, no, there is no, I say, politics in it, because it's just by state law.
State law, right.
State law is determined, when the real appraisal is coming. So it's every 4 years. So the last real appraisal that was done was in 2021.
Okay.
Right. So now the 4 years is coming back up. So now it's going to be in 2025. The real appraisal is coming up. So what we try to do, like last time, John, is we try to just get ahead of it and let the homeowners know that we're going to have all kind of communication. And that's why I brought my communications team here, just to kind of update the public of some of the hubs, areas that we're going to have. We've done several townhomes. Town hall meetings.
Look, you think about homes, man. I see you, man. You always thinking about the work. I see you.
Several town halls, and we went on the Bev Johnson show. We was on Stormy Daniels' show. So we try to get ahead of it, because what we want the homeowner to do is we're going to send you out information so you can start getting prepared now.
Right.
We're going to send you out information on our website. It's going to show you what your value of your home is now. So that way, before you get it, you can start getting ready. If you need to come to us, we're going to have where you can come in, do a walk-in, and we're going to be coming to the communities in a hub type setting, and we're going to have our people, our staff on hand at the hub in different neighborhoods, so you will know what your assessment is before you even get the information in the mail. Because we want you to appeal it. If it's not right, that's what we're here for, to make sure that it's correct. Because think about it, I have over 359,000 parcels that we have to look at. And we don't physically look at every last one. We look at home sales. We look at market values. We're in contact with MAR, so we have all kind of publications to determine, what your assessment could be, as well as home sales.
Right.
So, but we want to make sure that we get it right. So that's why we're here trying to get ahead of it to let the public know, so there's a really misconception.
See, that was my question. That's I was coming with that. Go ahead.
So people think that our office are the ones that, determines how much taxes you pay. That's not true.
Okay.
So all I am is just the assessor. So all I do is value the property, and once we get the assessment, it goes over to the trustee.
Okay.
Right? So when the trustee
Pay
gets
attention, ladies and gentlemen.
there's a formula that by the state, the system, which it spits out, or it generates a figure. Well, when that figure comes out, your county commission sets the tax rate.
Okay.
But what the state does is the state lowers the tax rate after the reappraisal process, because, John, we do not make a profit off of the reappraisal. So that means if your values are high, guess what? Your tax rate should be lowered. So the tax rate for Shelby County now is $339. Hypothetically, the state would probably lower it to $309.
Okay.
So it's up to your county commission to determine what your mortgage payment is going to be or what your taxes are going to be.
So do
Not
we need
the
to storm down to the county commission? Or, is that something that we the people talking about making sure they take care of our home owners in Shelby County?
Well, that'd be a pretty good idea, but they're the one that set the tax rate, not the
Yes, sir.
assessor. All the assessor
Yes,
does the value of your property, right? And I think sometimes they get confused.
You answering it very well,
Yeah.
sir. You handling that very well.
And when I go places, people always say, John, that's the tax assessor. Well, in your smaller counties, the tax assessor is called that because they're smaller counties. So they're also the assessor and the trustee. So they collect taxes too.
Gotcha.
And that's why you see they're combined, but not in this county. Regina Newman she's our trustee. She's the banker.
Okay.
So she's the one who does the collection, but can't nothing be moving forward until the tax rate is set by the county commission, and that's what determines how much you pay.
Okay. Well, look, I'll please forgive me, ladies. I want to at least let y'all introduce yourselves and or one speak for the others. Who all that we have in the building along with the assessor? Go ahead and let them know.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jacqueline Rice, and I'm assistant to Melvin Burgess.
Okay.
I'm Ashley Porter, and I am the Director of Communications for Melvin Burgess.
All right.
Hey Memphis, this is Maria Wooten, and I am the assistant to Melvin Burgess.
Okay. So now you hear the stuff that he's saying. I want any of y'all can take this question, but I like how he separated and he gave his props to the trustee, because some of us, we see him and we think, oh man, that's the man that can make it happen. He just gave an eloquent breakdown of it. And you work with this man every day, and I know y'all see him when the camera's not on, when he's not on radio. I know he's a hard-working man. But what's one thing that you would like the public to know about Assessor that we may not know about him? I don't want y'all to, spill the beans, but I know he's a hard worker. But can you share it? Because me saying it, him saying it, but y'all around him all the time, can y'all give him just a little bit, because I know how hard he works?
Well, one thing I know about Assessor Burgess is that he cares about the public. He cares about his constituents. He will go above and beyond to assist them with anything. That's why if they have any problems with their assessment, come and see him first, and they can do an inquiry. And then maybe we can get.
I like how she said maybe. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Maybe we can get it lowered.
Okay, so to my communications person, he said we getting a jump on it early. And that's something that we work on here at the school district. If the community is informed with information, they can make an informed decision at the said time. How important is it for you to get this information out? Because homeowners really look at any ups or downs in that tax and that mortgage payment, and some of them go up and down. How important is it to get ahead to get this information out to the community?
It's very important that we get this information out to the community so that they can be informed about the process and procedures of the reappraisal, and understanding what that entails in terms of their home values or business values versus what they're going to pay in taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything that we need to know, like, if we make adjustments to our homes or anything, do we need to document to get that information to you all, or something, like anything about, you know, because if somebody adds on a pergola or a pool or something, does that affect anything?
And John, I'm gonna tell you this. So when you pull a permit, when a permit is pulled, it comes to our office.
Okay.
So we automatically know if you pull it now when you're doing an addition, or where the addition is going to require electricity, or a swimming pool, or a garage, or additional den, and that's why what we try to say is now if you come to us with an appeal, or you come to us because you're not happy with your assessment. Now, if we come out there, John, and we see something that's out there is not on our
on the books.
On the books, we could have a problem. So just make sure, because it's all about getting it right.
Okay.
And that's why we were trying to push for 2-year reappraisals so we can do more frequent reappraisals to get it right. The name of our game is equity and getting it right. But the most important part, John, is that we have resources as elected official. Now since being in office, and my constituents who look just like me, right? We want them to understand we have resources, that maybe has not been shared with you down the line.
Okay.
But now we want you to know, hey, we're here to help you get it right. We want you to say, no, this is not right, assessor. Can you help me? So we're gonna have mechanisms in place to where you can come to us. Now, come to me first before you go to the Board of Equalization.
Okay.
But you are gonna be getting some information in the mail next year as far as, let's talk reappraisal. It's gonna give you step by step. You can make an appointment, come to our office, or our communication team is going to be coming out with a list of the different hub sites that we're going to have out in the community, as well as townhomes and as well as radio, these radio spots like you're doing now.
Right.
So we're going to do all we can to communicate this process, for the homeowner.
All right, and the assistant, has he covered everything so far? Because I know you're paying attention. Has he said everything he's supposed to say? Is there anything else he need to mention?
Well, just one more thing.
Okay.
Everyone in the property assessor's office, we are equipped to help the constituents in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
Each one of us have the ability to serve each constituent. We have been equipped. Yes, we have. So we are ready for 2025 reappraisal.
All right. So what's the first thing? Like, what should we be doing? Like, should we just be emailing, going to the website? What should we as homeowners in this county be doing to prepare for next year?
So, John, we met this morning with the appraisal staff, some of the appraisers, and what we want to do is we want you to say, you know what, before I send that assessment out, we want you to get an idea of what you think your appraisal is going to be.
Okay.
Right. So that means that we're going to have something on our website. We think it's already there, but we want to make sure that the amounts are updated.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to go onto our website to see what your value was in the last reappraisal in 2021. So that way, when we say you can get an idea of what you think it might be, as well as is there any homes in your area that's comparable of what like yours, what it sold for. So we pretty much want you to do a little homework, so that way you're getting proactive. When you come to us, you say, hey, look, assessor, this is what this house sold for. This is what it was last year. So what's the difference? We want you to be in that mode when you come see us, because we're going to have somebody there to help you say, hey, look, you know what? We can make some adjustments, or we can look further into this before we put it on the road.
And I like how you said, we got some homework,
That's right.
and, everything don't happen just out the blue.
That's right.
You're here well in advance. Y'all here well in advance, letting us know what's coming. Told us the last time it was done was 4 years ago. Now, if we can't do this homework, that's on us now, because we can't go to assessor didn't help me. I didn't know. We telling them in October was coming in 2025, and normally he the only one that does this. I try to get everybody else to come. Let the people know ahead of time, because, we don't want to be caught off guard. But this is the type of man he is. And this is what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the type of person that wants everybody to succeed. He didn't have to come here in October. He could have waited to January to came here and told us what was coming. But to have you come in here and tell us, start looking at doing your own research and homework before we come to you. Because if I come to you, Mr. Burgess, I'm like, look, this is what I see here, what happened. And you said that y'all have people that's ready to assist us. And I think we're going to need a lot of people that's going to need some help. Y'all ready to handle that?
We're ready, John. And John, one of the things that that really is troublesome to me that I get a lot of because, a lot of stuff come to our office, even though it don't pertain to us, my staff, like right here, we take it anyway.
Gotcha.
People come in, we don't care if it don't involve our office, but we get a lot of home ownership where Big Mama, Big Daddy, whoever they spent their hard-earned money on a home that's been vacant because it's probably in probate court or they giving it to the kids who don't live here anymore, so now it goes into the land bank or whatever the case might be. But what I stress is, please, get your stuff in order so that way that's an asset.
Right.
That's an asset to us. Our parents worked hard.
Generational
wealth.
That's
our parents worked too hard to have these homes, and now you go into our most vulnerable neighborhoods. They're just sitting there. They're boarded up. They've been torn down, and we work too hard, and we got to do better as elected officials, letting constituents know what are the resources, how can they get it back? Well, how come they're stealing our people's deeds?
Right.
There's a lot going on. So, whatever questions you might have towards your home, I would take my staff are prepared to take all questions on how we can help you, because 9 times out of 10, when the son been staying in the house all this time, and all of a sudden now, they want to borrow money against it. So now everybody's starting to argue because you got brothers and sisters. Then you got some brothers and sisters who might have passed. Well, guess what? It goes down to the kids.
Yep.
So get that straightened out. Before something gets real. It just blows up.
It blows
where you
up.
lose your home. And one thing I always tell homeowners: don't sell your property. Don't. I'm sure you get a lot of phone calls on the.
Kev, you hear that? Oh, Kev, go. No, okay, yeah. I just want to make sure you heard that.
Don't sell your property, because I let you know that these home buyers out here, they want to buy them for a reason. And I stress that because, like people say, in our community. No, we don't have community anymore, John, because we have allowed homeowners or home investors to come in. Now our communities are spread apart. And I always stress we need 30,000 affordable homes to get our community back the way it used to be.
Now, I'm glad you said that because I was getting a call every day. Do you want to sell your home? Just random. Do you want to sell your home? So I said, okay, give me $500,000 for my home.
Yeah.
Phone stopped ringing. But I said to myself, what if somebody's vulnerable or take it and it'd be like, and then they get you with the, well, we said this, but we only gonna offer that. How can we determine with those calls? Because we getting text messages, phone calls. Is it best to just ignore them completely? Or because these investors are coming, they here. What could be some words that you can give to the community about that?
Well, John, I don't know your financial situation.
Yes, sir.
But at the end of the day, I've always been taught, I've always been learned, home ownership, that has to be the biggest investment you could ever be a part of, home ownership.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, and that's why we need more affordable homes, because and when I go to the assessors retreats or the assessors conferences, home ownership deters crime.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Like right now, John, we're in a situation now where our kids can't buy homes anymore. First time, we all probably in this room
Right.
but it's not like that anymore. It's too much. It's unaffordable. Right now, these kids are staying in apartments paying $2,000 a month in rent.
Well, you
but
could
that's
buy a
not the key.
home.
When you can buy a home, but all the homes have been taken up, the inventory by investors.
And that's legal? They can do that,
They
man?
can do that. We tried. When we first started out, we just started out in Orange Mound. We had a moratorium on it first, but I couldn't hold the fort on it because it's illegal, right? So we tried to come up with a clause to where you can only put so many of these investment properties in a neighborhood based upon your HOA.
Okay.
So that didn't work. So right now, what we have to do to counter that is Shelby County needs to build 30,000 affordable homes in these communities that are affordable. That are affordable to these first-time home buyers, to these kids who want to come back to Memphis, who are not coming back, when they're graduating from college, because there is nothing to come back to. You can't afford to stay in a house. Even if you got a job, it's still difficult.
Yes,
sir.
Sir.
So a lot of kids are coming back home, or they're staying with their parents, or doing what they have to do to, to try to get close to having a home ownership. But that's what needs to happen.
Okay.
We need more affordable homes, here in Memphis.
Well, Assessor and to the Queens, thank y'all for stopping by, because I think that information that you just shared, I want to make sure everybody and their mama and daddy hear this message, because these are the messages that I think Shelby Countyans and Memphians need to pay attention to, because this is real talk, as they say. We talking about real homes, real value, and people want to see because I'm anxious to see what was my home worth 4 years ago and what it is now. So I appreciate you all for coming through, and the door is always open. If there's any, we got to come back again.
Thanks, John.
That door is open because we really got to get this information to our people in the city. Any closing words before we go?
Yeah, John, I just want to say, to the homeowners, out here in Shelby County and also in Memphis, is that, we're here. The assessor's office is here for you, right? And I feel really passionate about our neighborhoods, especially those neighborhoods that are vulnerable. Once where there were great schools, now the schools are torn down, and there's a lot of migration going on also. But I feel once we get a handle back on our neighborhoods, where these schools can move back in, or we do have great schools, everybody should be able to go to a great school. Everybody, no matter where you live here in Shelby County. So I think until we get that concept back of neighborhoods and, so the village. But until we do that, I think we're going to still have the issues that we have here in Shelby County when it comes to just some of the issues that we do have. Okay. That's the number one deal. But we're here to help you, and we look forward to calls, or we look forward to, go on Facebook. We got an active Facebook page as well as social media. And my team here, communications team, we're steady trying to just keep hitting it until we get the information out and people understand. But it's a learning process, but we're here to help you.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Memphis, I hope you was paying attention to what he was saying, because what he said is he gave us some homework, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if your children not doing homework, I know you're not going to be doing no homework, but you got to do homework if you have a home in Shelby County, because we want to make sure that we help them, because they said they there for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit up the website. Was it Shelby County 10? What's the main website? What's the main website for?
It's AssessorMelvinBurgess.com.
Oh, okay. AssessorMelvinBurgess.com. So y'all do your homework, hit up that website, and let's go ahead and see if we can save some coins. But make sure, listen, ladies and gentlemen, he said something that was very key. We need 30,000 affordable homes. That's something. Memphis, we can do that. I think we can do that. So y'all keep it locked. We are 88.5 FM.
Hispanics is beyond September 15th to October.